Welcome back into the Sports Source. We are way behind, so this will be a quick segment. When it comes to protecting your family, your possessions, your home, your office, protecting anything, by gosh, VFL JJ Surlis and the team at Safety Systems can do it for you. They've been providing better security systems and better contracts than all the national guys for 20-plus years. Located right here in East Tennessee. Started as a good family-owned business. Get in touch with them this week. I really believe in this group, Safety Systems. All right, this is a segment called Best and Worst. It's going to be quick. Sterling Hinton, I'm starting with you. This goes for any player on the field for either team. Who was the best player on the field last night?
The best player on the field was that quarterback for Ole Miss. That guy there, he played lights out. And I watched. It was such artistry at the quarterback position. How we just found a way to move the ball down the field, get the first down, make incredible plays. And I tell you, even the interception he threw, had a hand not gotten on it, and made an incredible interception. Was Flowers get that ball?
Yeah.
He got. That would have been an awesome play made by that guy. So I tell you, he was undoubtedly last night the best player on the field, but we still had a chance to win.
That did. Chuck, what was the worst play or most costly play for the Vols last night?
I have to start with the last play, Joe Milton on the scramble. I mean, after all you've been through, you still have a chance. The last thing you can do is run out of bounds. Even if you just throw it up, the game's going to end.
See if you can draw a flag.
Draw a flag, miracle catch, who knows? But the last thing you can do is to run out of bounds.
Okay.
I disagree with that. I think the punt fumble.
I was going to go with the punt fumble too.
I think the fumble punt was the worst play.
Well,
But I mean, now that's not an intentional.
But I think you were going to use. I think
I
we may
know,
have
now
it doubled
I'm
up.
mine.
That's why we're mad.
Hold it. I've got a cramp. Can we
You've got a
slow
cramp?
down
Oh, we got to put
we
your head on the
slow
table.
down?
Put your head on the desk. Jimmy, what was the best thing you saw from Tennessee last night?
To me, Ole Miss is up 24-9. You're in the second quarter, and they force you to punt. Ole Miss gets it back. To me, if Ole Miss goes down and scores, you can forget it. Instead, Tennessee stopped them, called a timeout. I thought maybe Tennessee should just let the clock go, but they called timeout, got the ball back with, I think, 53 seconds, and at least went down and got a field goal. That showed me a lot of fight about that team. I think it gave momentum going into the halftime. They scored a touchdown coming out of the half. That got them back in the game. But I just thought the way Tennessee fought through the adversity to make that a game, I give them a lot of credit for that.
Yes.
All right, Bob, and you may do a double up here, but I was going to ask you, what was the worst decision from either team last night, Coach?
Well, the worst decision on the show was letting Chuck go before me.
That's on the producer. Hey, it was 4:30 in the morning. What do you want?
But Joe Milton going out of bounds. I mean, throw it in the end zone, it gets intercepted. You're running.
Yeah.
Heck, throw it blindly behind your head, and maybe an offensive lineman picks it up and does something. The only thing that guarantees you do not score, that guarantees it, is to step out of bounds. And a lack of awareness of the clock, of where you're at, all those things came into it. And I just thought that was when he stepped out of bounds, I thought, okay, he's cutting, he's going to come back, or he's going to do something. And just to step out of bounds, it was a disappointing way to end that game.
I hate it for him, so I'll say something nice. The play before that
Yes.
almost won the game.
Yep.
And I was sitting there thinking, how ironic would it be if this kid comes back and becomes the hero?
Yeah.
Because he put it basically in the only place you could really put it.
4 inches lower.
Well, and Tillman, it got into Tillman's hands, and I just wonder if that was in the first quarter instead of after 90 routes,
Right.
if he's able to jump and get it. But if ifs and buts, candy and nuts. Merry Christmas. Jimmy, by the way, going back to something we talked about earlier, you've talked to Gerald Hodgers, SEC replay official, correct? Today?
Yeah, and I didn't talk to him today.
Oh,
We've
okay.
had him on before, and he said that the replay official cannot overturn forward progress.
Okay.
That had to come on the field. So, in my opinion, somebody on that field blew a whistle. I don't know who it was.
On the Matt
And I
Corral
don't
play.
think it was the two guys running backwards,
Right.
but I think somebody blew a whistle.
Okay, well, that was the Matt Corral play we're talking about again. And the SEC Network guys said forward progress. So that's what I figured they knew what they were talking about. But that's interesting. So wanted to bring that back up when I heard you saying that off air. Because by gosh, if you say it on air, off air, we're going to get it on air eventually. All right, when we come back, I almost brought this up last week. I watched Ole Miss flip and flop at the end of the Arkansas game, and I was going to say, should we worry about this with Lane Kiffin coming to town and Heupel with the up-tempo offense? It was like, of 20 topics, it was topic 22. I didn't get it in. Idiot. So we're going to talk next. How do you stop flopping? Because here's the thing. With Heupel as your coach and this is your offense, This isn't the last time you're going to see it. And let's be honest, too, Tennessee had some flopping going on as well. We'll come back and talk how to stop flopping next on the Sports Source.